ትልቅ ሰው ሆነ ያለ ምንም አክሰንት ፍሉዌንት የሆነ እንግሊዝኛ ማውራት ይቻላል አይቻልም? ባሌን ወይ ሚስቴን ወይ ቦይፍሬንዴን ወይ ገርልፍሬንዴን ማበሳጨት የምችልበት ሁኔታ ውስጥ አይደለም ያለሁት። እሱ ማበሳጨት አልችልም። Your name is, your full name is Astia, right?
Yeah.
You have ass and tear. Like, whoa, man. What's going on, guys? Hey, welcome to Market English with Abby once again. ምን እያደረጋችሁ ነው? እየበሰላችሁ ነው? ልጆች እያጫወታችሁ ነው? እየነዳችሁ ነው? Whatever you're doing, ይሄን ትምህርት ምንም ስራ ይሰራችሁ እንድትሰሙ ተደረገው ዲዛይን የተደረገ ነው እና በዛሬው ቀን ሁሉ ጊዜ የምታውቋቸው ቃላቶች በደንብ የምታውቋቸው ቃላቶች ግን I think ለመጠቀም ትንሽ ከበድ ይላችኋል ምናቸውን ቃላቶች ይላችሁ መጥቻለሁ ማለት ነው። ልክ ባለፈው እንዳደረግነው ቃላቶቹን እንማራለን። መጨረሻ ላይ 15 አረፍተ ነገሮች ጠይቃችኋለሁ። እነዛን ቃላቶች ተጠቅመን እንሰራለን ማለት ነው። So you see most of the time ችግሩ ምንድነው የምትሉት እናንተ ራሳችሁ ምንድነው የምትሉት? ብዙ ቃላቶች አውቃለሁ ግን ገጣጥሜ ማውራት አልችልም ነው የምትሉት አይደል? So እንዴት አድርጋችሁ ገጣጥማችሁ እንደምታወሩ ሙሉ አረፍተ ነገር በምታውቋቸው ቃላቶች ተጠቅመን እንሰራለን ማለት ነው። But today I'm not here alone. ብቻዬን አይደለም የመጣሁት። I have a guest for you. ብዙ ነገር ኤክስፒሪየንስ ሼር ታደርጋችኋለች። I'm going to let her introduce herself. What's going on?
Hi.
What's up?
My name is Yokabit. Okay. I've lived in America for about 10 years and I just recently came to Ethiopia for my gap year. And yeah, I've been volunteering for a couple months here.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Okay. What was your name again?
Yokabit.
Yokabit. Beat. What does it mean?
በመጽሐፍ ቅዱስ የሙሴ እናት ስም።
የሙሴ እናት. Oh, okay. That's awesome. Okay, I'm going to start with that. Usually ኢትዮጵያ ውስጥ ሆነው ወደ ውጭ የሚሄዱ ሰዎች ስማቸውን ይቀይራሉ። Yokabit, I think it's kind of I think it's a tough name, right?
It is a tough name.
Which indeed no what does it mean? You're like, is it annoying?
It is kind of interesting to see the different pronunciation, especially with teachers. But I've learned to just be like, yeah, that's the pronunciation.
That's good. That's good. Do you blame people for changing their names and Americanizing it?
No, because they want to fit in and make their life easier, so I don't blame them. Yeah.
ችግር የለውም። Imagine አሁን ስምሽ አሁን አስቴር ቢሆን አስቢ።
Esther.
No, break it in two. Like you have.
Yeah.
Your name is your full name is Astia, right?
Yeah.
You have ass and tear. Like, whoa, man.
You'll get a lot of teasing.
Exactly. Yeah. And there's this girl. Her name is I think Askala. Okay. I mean, it's better than Astia.
Yes.
But she says Askala. Like I saw her on TikTok.
Really?
She said, "What's your name?" She said Askala, and I'm like, "Oh, okay." And I thought about it. I said, "Oh, she's right." Yeah. So, but ask me some ካላችሁ ብትቀይሩትም ችግር የለውም ማለት ነው. It's going to give you a different meaning. Okay. So, you've lived in America for how long?
For over 10 years.
ለ10 ዓመት. You speak Amharic too, right?
Yes.
Good. So, ስለዚህ አማርኛ ይቀላቀል ማለት ነው ብለን ማለት ነው።
Yeah.
ለ10 ዓመታት. How old were you when you went there?
To be fair, when I was 1.
አንድ ዓመትሽ እያለ?
Yes. When I
so
was 1.
You don't have to struggle with pronunciation.
No, I did because from the ages of 1 to 10, I traveled back and forth. So I went to school there, then I would come back and I went to school here. So, both English got really difficult for me to learn. But yeah.
Oh, okay. For how long?
For about 10 years.
For 10 years you've been going back and forth?
Back and forth, yes.
Well, so you come back to Ethiopia and then you speak Amharic, and then you go back and Laman?
Yes. So at one point I was speaking fluent English, then I would come here, forget the English, and I'll be speaking fluent Amharic. So it was like that. Yeah. It was interesting.
Wow. Okay, I didn't know. So it's not something that you get, right?
Yes.
If you don't practice it, even if you go back and forth, it changes. You lose it.
I lose it. My accent gets thicker. But when I go back and forth frequently, that's better. But if I stay there for a year or two, I might forget Amharic.
So language is something that you forget if you don't practice it every single day.
Yes.
How long have you been here?
It's been about 8 months now.
8 ወር. በ8 ወር ውስጥ እንግሊዝኛሽ ተበላሽቷል? ተበላሽቷል.
Yes.
እዚህ አሁን 3 ዓመት ብትቆይ የበለጠ የሚበላሽ ይመስልሻል?
100%. Even now when I talk to my friends, I'm like, what's that word? That's how I'm starting to become now. So imagine in 3 years, I'll be gone.
Wow, okay, nice. እሺ ይሄ አንድ ሁለተኛ issue መሰለሽ I have people that live in the state. These are older people now. They got kids. ልጆች አሏቸው ምናምን እና ከልጆቻቸው ጋር መግባባት ምናምን ይከብዳቸዋል. So that they come to me plus even the kids I think ለቤተሰቦቻቸው ያላቸው respect ራሱ የሆነ ይቀንሳል ምናምን because they feel like they're Americanized and they'll say like I was born here I'm American but my mother is from Africa like you know like there's this gap you know. One of the parents, she said every time she wants to advise her kid, she lets her watch YouTube videos. So they just both sit down and say, today I want us to learn about something. So, you know, if you say it with accent, I think it makes you less smart.
Yeah, because there's like a taboo in America that I've seen so far. But Amarinya. እዛ አሜሪካ ታቡ አለና በአክሰንት ምናምን ካወራቅ አፍሪካኖቹ ወይ ኤዥኖቹ ከሆነ በቃ ሲሪየስ አይወስዱህም በቃ ፍሉዌንት እንግሊሽ ማውራት አለብክ ነው የሚሉት እና even I had that one I problem when I was a kid እናቴ በአማርኛ ስታወራኝ ትንሽ በቃ እስቀባታለሁ you know like oh you're not speaking right English ላትና በቃ ሲሪየስ አልወስዳትም ወይ you know I just won't respect her as much ግን አሁን ያደኩኝ የሄድኩኝ ገባኝ የሞከረች የገባው ነው I understand
knows more like all these people are only speaking English but she speaks Amharic English and probably some Oromifa Tigrinya whatever
exactly
so now the parents ምን ትመክራቸዋለሽ ለቤተሰቦች ምን ትመክራቸዋለሽ አሜሪካ ያላችሁ ቤተሰቦች ከልጆቻችሁ በደንብ እንግሊዝኛ የሚያወሩ እነሱ ደግሞ እየሞከሩ ያሉ ሰዎችን ምን ትመክራቸዋለሽ
I will say the whole YouTube thing, that's a very smart idea. You have a common ground. Oh.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Just that the Jibrani.
በአማርኛ ትንሽ እንደከብዳቸው ብዬ ነው። አሁን በዩቲዩብ ያደረገችው አንድ እናት በጣም ጥሩ ነው። አንድ common ground እንዳላችሁ ሁለታችሁም ትረዳዳላችሁ ቪዲዮን ከዛ ትጠያቃላችሁ። ሌላ በአማርኛ በያቸው like with your kid. Okay, በእንግሊዝኛ የምታወራኝ በአማርኛ ሞክር እንዴት እንደሚከብድ ብለክ you make them understand they will have ምንድን ነው የሚባለው empathy አላቸው አንተ
ያዝናሉ
ያዝናሉ
ይረዱሽ ይችላሉ
እኔ የሚከብደኛ ብለክ እነሱ ማስረዳት first start from there
እስኪ what got through you what's that like pivoting point when was the moment you said oh ምናነሽ pivoting point ማለት ነገሮች ቀይር የሚሉባቸው ዞር የሚሉባቸው ማለት ነው እሺ so what's the pivoting point like when you said oh man actually my mom is going through all this which realized that actually but moment ምንድነው
የሚሆነው 16 ዓመት የሆነ ወደ ኢትዮጵያ መጣሁ እና ለክርስቲያና ነበርና መጣሁ ከቤተሰቦቹ ጋር ምናምን ያወራው በጣም ከበረኝ ማስበው ነገር ማውራትም አልቻልኩምና እዛ ቁጭ ብዬ ሁሌ እንደዚህ ካያቴ ጋር ሳወራ እናቴ oh what do you say how do you say this ምናምን እላታለሁና አንድ ቀን ቁጭ ብዬ እናቴ ጎበዝ ናት አልኩ ሁለቱም ታወራለች ሁለቱም ይገባታል ከዛ በኋላ በቃ በጣም አንደርስታንድ አደረኳት
good do you think it's possible for adults to speak without any accents ትልቅ ጥያቄ ትልቅ ሰው ሆነ ያለ ምንም accent fluent የሆነ እንግሊዝኛ ማውራት ይቻላል አይቻልም
ይቻላል ግን ጊዜ ይወስዳል it takes a long time በጣም
ስንት ጊዜ 10 ዓመት 20 ዓመት 30 ዓመት
ጊዜ ወስዶ ግን እዛ አገር ብትኖር it will be faster right but I say like maybe 10 years
10 years
10 ዓመት ምናምን ይፈጃል I think yeah in my opinion
ለአሁን 10 ዓመት በትክክል exposure አግኝተው በትክክል
ሁሌ ያወሩ practice ያደርጉ እንደዛ ከሆነ በቃ professional ይወጣ 5 ዓመት ማድረግ ይችላል
በጣም 10 ዓመት ላይ በቃ ይችላል
አይ በቃ አንዳንዴ
10 ዓመት ላይ በቃ ይችላል but you gotta try ይሄ ማለት ተስፋ ቆርጣችሁ በቃ ምን አጨቃጨቀኝ ማለት ነው first I think the first step is accepting yourself አሁን ካይሻቸው I don't know like do you watch Indian gurus or some people
Indian gurus
smart sometimes if you have something worth saying if you use good vocabulary ምናምን you also earn the respect when you say with accent ኖራችሁ ታወሩ እንደውም it makes you exotic ከዛ ቦታ ላይ የላቸውና it makes you smart like just American kids መጥተው የሚያወሩ ይልቅ someone ራሱን ያወቀ በደንብ አይዲያውን በደንብ አርቲኩሌት የሆነ ሀሳቡ መግለጽ የሚችል ሰው በተሰባበረ እንግሊዝኛ ማለት በተሰባበረ ሳይሆን በአክሰንት ሆኖ ትልቅ ሀሳብ የሚገልጽ ከሆነ ብላችሁ ትሰሙታላችሁ
yes 100% yeah the Indian philosophers like from people other countries መጥተው ሲያወሩ you know the confidence አላቸው በደንብ ነው የሚያስረዱት ግን አክሰንትም አለ
አክሰንት በደንብ
አለ
በጣም አለባቸው
ታከብራችሁ
you know Sadhguru like
I've heard the name before
he's the Indian guru I listen to him every single day His English and the name don't show, but I really like his idea. So who gives a damn about your
accent? Yeah.
መጀመሪያ ራሳችሁን በደንብ ከተቀበላችሁት ይቀላል ብዬ አስባለሁ ማለት ነው። እንግዲህ first hand experience ሰምታችኋል። እናንተ ባላችሁበት ሁኔታ ውስጥ ያለፈች ልጅ ይሄንን ነግራችኋለች። Embrace what you have. አሁን ያለን ነገር እንቀበለው እና let's just try to practice every single day.
I think understanding መሆን አለባችሁ። ራሳችሁን ብሬክ ሰጣችሁ. Like give yourself a break ማለት እሺ እሳሳታለሁ እንደዚህ ሳወራ mistake አደርጋለሁ ብለህ እሺ accept ካደረግከው you get more confidence. practice ስታደርግ ብዙ አትሳሳትም።
That's good. Nice. All right. Okay. እሺ ይሄ ክላሪፋይ ካደረግን ዛሬ ወደ ትምህርቱ ስገባ ይሄ ለፖድካስት ባቸው አስቡት መጀመሪያ ላይ ነው ነገር there are some common words that we use every single day በየቀኑ የምንጠቀምባቸው ቃላቶች አሉ ከባለፈው ቀጥለን እናያለን ማለት ነው. The first word I have for you is afford.
Yes.
Good. Nice. Afford ማለት ምን ማለት ነው መጀመሪያ? Do you know what that means?
Afford? Like, am I able to pay for that kind of thing?
That's good.
Okay.
Yeah. If you afford something, it means you have the money to pay for it. Alright? አንድ ነገር afford ማድረግ አለብኝ ስትሉ ገንዘብ አለኝ መክፈል ያላችሁ ያላችሁት ማለት ነው. But can you say he affords a lot of things? He affords a house?
Like he can afford.
Exactly. The first thing ምንድን ነው የምትጠቀሙት? afford ሲሆን ሁሉ ጊዜ you use it with can, could and will be able to.
Will be able to, yes.
Can, could and will be able to. I can afford ብላችሁ ከዛ ማስገባት. I can afford. Can you say it?
Yes, I can afford.
Can I say I can afford no ways?
I can afford.
I can afford.
Can, yes.
I can.
I can.
I can?
Yes. I can afford.
I can afford. I can afford.
I can afford or I can't afford.
I can't afford or like I can afford it.
I can afford it. Yes.
Is it positive or negative? Okay, I'm going to say this to you and you tell me why.
Okay.
I can afford it.
It's a good thing.
I can't afford it.
That's a bad thing.
What's the difference?
You can't. Like you're not able to afford.
But I didn't say I cannot alalkunyum. Wait, I can't alalkunyum. I said I can afford it.
That's a good thing.
እችላለሁ. I can afford it.
እችላለሁ.
I can't afford it.
You actually.
አልችልም አያችኋል? ምን መሰላችሁ? I think the pronunciation is when you have positive sentence you say can. I can afford it.
I can afford it.
I can.
ቶሎ ስታወራ?
I can.
Okay.
I know it. I can't.
You take it takes more effort. And Helen?
I can't.
Oh, እውነትህ ነው.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
ቶሎ ሳወራ? I can't afford it.
I can't afford it.
Wow.
So እችላለሁ ስትሉ I can afford can. Okay? I can afford it.
Yes.
Good. I can afford ብለን ከዛ to ብለን መጠቀም እንችላለን. I can afford to do something.
Yes.
For example, መኪና መግዛት እችላለሁ.
I can afford to buy a car.
Good. እስኪ በሉት. I can afford to buy a car. I can afford to buy.
Yes.
Say that.
I can afford to buy a car.
Let's say it slower and then faster. እኛን የሰማችሁ በድጋሚ ነው. Okay? Say it once slower.
I can afford to buy a car.
Even slower.
I can afford to buy a car.
I can afford to buy a car.
Yes.
Faster.
I can afford to buy a car.
Even faster.
I can afford to buy a car.
No, faster.
I can afford to buy a car.
Exactly. I can afford to buy a car. Okay? እስኪ አንቺን ቫኬሽን ይዤሽ ለመሄድ እችላለሁ ብላት እንዴት ነው ብላት?
I can take you on a vacation.
I can afford to take you on a vacation.
Yes.
Because it's about my ability to pay.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can afford to take me on vacation.
Yeah, I can afford to take you on vacation.
Yes.
All right? So I can afford to ብላችሁ እናንተ ለማድረግ ነው ባውሳት አቅም ያላችሁ. I can afford to ብላችሁ ማስገባት ነው ማለት ነው.
I'm heading off to Chicago as soon as I can afford up savings for it.
Seriously? Yeah, well, as soon as I can afford it, I'm going to get implants.
I could afford ካልኩኝስ?
It's a past tense.
So I can't right now, but in the past I could.
Past, yes.
I could, man. Ooh.
When I was rich.
Well, when I was rich, back in the days.
Yes.
When I was in Ethiopia, man.
Yeah, exactly.
I could afford to take a day off for 5 days. But right now I'm an American. I have to pay my bills.
Yes.
It's bills after bills after bills. I can't afford it.
Yes.
Before I could. Okay? I could afford to. እዚህ ጋር ሌላ ነገር አመጣላችኋለሁ። በጣም አሪፍ ነገር. Give me a minute. ወደፊት መክፈል ይቻላል ስል I'll be able to
afford.
Good. I will be able to. Can አሁን እችላለሁ ነው። Could በፊት እችል ነበር ነው። ወደፊት ግን ሲሆን I will be able to ብላችሁ የምታወሩት. Okay? ማንኛውም ነገር አሁን ማትችሉት ነገር ከሆነ ወይ ወደፊት ይችላል ለማስፈልጉ I'll be able to ላችሁ I will be able to ነው ፈጠን ሲል I'll be able to ላችሁ ድርጊቱ ማስገባት ነው ማለት ነው right now there are things that you can't afford
yes
nice yeah in 5 years in 5 years what will you be able to afford
I'll be able to afford a house
አራበል አያችሁ ትንሽ እንዳውራች I will be able to afford to buy a house.
Yes, yeah.
Escape for them.
I will be able to buy a house.
Yeah, okay. I will be able to afford to buy a house. I will be. I'll be able to.
Yes.
I'll be able to. Escape. Let me guess the word. I'll be able to afford. I'll be able to afford. Say it.
I'll be able to afford.
I'll be able to afford.
I'll be able to afford.
Skip.
I'll be able to afford.
So skip.
I'll be able to afford. I'll be able to afford. I'll be able to afford.
To
afford.
To
buy a house.
Escape. And Lebiowski.
I'll be able to afford to buy a house.
I'll be able to afford to buy a house. Even though you don't need them. Two options. I'll be able to afford.
Yes.
Two is not noticeable. I'll be able to afford to buy a house.
Yes.
Say it again.
I'll be able to afford to buy a house.
Yeah, two ጎተኛው two አለ ልብ ካላችሁ ግን I will be able to ስትል I'll be able to I'll be able to afford I'll be able to afford to buy a house.
Yes.
I'll be able to afford I'll be able to afford
I'll be able to afford
to buy a house.
Yes.
Say it again.
I'll be able to afford to buy a house.
I'll be able to afford to buy a house. I'll be able to afford to buy a house. Okay? So ወደፊት እንደዚህ ለማድረግ ይችላል. I'll be able to afford to take vacations for 5 days.
5 days.
በቃ በአምስት ቀን እንደዚህ ማድረግ ይቻላችሁ will be able to ባችሁ መጠቀም ትችላላችሁ ማለት ነው it means to have the money to pay for it ለመክፈል ገንዘቡ ሲኖራችሁ ነው
I'll soon be able to afford to come home and see you and Mammy.
If everyone who's ever molested sends me $5, oh come on, I'll be able to afford the best fucking lawyer in the world.
but we don't only use it in terms of money right
No.
Figurative expressions people
Yes.
Do you have any idea about that
Like figurative?
yeah
Give me an example.
okay if you say figure what's a figure
A figure?
it's an image right
yeah.
so usually ቃላቶችሽ በቂ ሳይሆኑ you use
Like some kind of
figurative like you just want to show them with image
Yes.
so for example man this dude is a mountain
Okay.
I'm not saying it's literal meaning
Yes.
and figurative
Meaning,
like
yes.
a nice expression
Oh.
so if I say he's literally a mountain I mean like
I'll
he's
be
a mountain
yes.
ተራራው እያልኩኝ ነው ማለት
Yes.
so figurative ማለት ምስላዊ በሆነ ነገር መግለጽ ማለት ነው
መግለጽ ማለት ነው so can I give you an example I don't know if it's right or
Yeah.
wrong but I'll be in the future I'll be so rich I'll be able to afford a country
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice, but that's not where I'm going.
Okay.
If I say I can't afford to disappoint my mom.
Oh.
I can't afford to disappoint my mother. This is perfect English.
Yes.
But doesn't mean I don't have money to pay and then disappoint my mom.
No.
That's not what it means.
No.
What does it mean?
It's just like you don't want to disappoint your mom. You just don't.
Yeah, like you can't live with the pain.
Yes.
But the disappointment is too much.
You don't ever want to feel you don't ever want to feel like you can disappoint your mom.
You're
That
not in a
makes sense.
position to do that. That's what it means. Like በማንኛውም ቦታ እንደዚህ ማድረግበት ሁኔታ ውስጥ አይደለም ለማስፈልጉ I can't afford to ብላችሁ መጠቀም ትችላላችሁ ማለት ነው. For example, you're living from hand to mouth.
Okay.
Life is difficult. You're in a situation to lose your job.
Yes.
You say, oh, I have to go now. I can't afford to lose my job.
Yes.
ስራዬ ማጣት የምችልበት ሁኔታ ውስጥ አይደለም ያላችሁ ነው ማለት ነው. Okay? እኛ ኢትዮጵያኖች we have to be together. Okay? ሀገራችንን ለምንበታትንበት ሁኔታ ውስጥ አይደለንም. We can't afford to
be separate.
Yes.
No, that's another word.
What? Dismantle our country?
Dismantle.
We can't afford to break our countries apart.
To break the country apart.
Yeah, we can't afford to break the country apart. We can't afford to dismantle the country. We can't afford to a lot of it scramble our resources. We
just need to be together.
We can't afford to do this.
Yes.
Okay, right now in my position, የራሴን አረፍተ ነገር ልንገራችሁ በህይወቴ ውስጥ በአሁኑ ሰዓት ማድረግ ማልችላቸው ሁኔታዎች I can't afford to slack off on my job. I cannot afford it because I have a lot of bills to pay. I have a lot of employees to pay salary for. Like I just can't afford to slack off on my job. I slack off ማለት ማልገጥ ማለት ነው. So I can't afford to slack off on my job.
Yes.
What else? I can't afford to skip a leg day in the gym.
I can't afford to skip a class.
You can't afford to skip a class?
Yes.
But literally though, in your life right now,
yes.
What are the things that you can't afford to do?
I can't, wow, my life is boring.
Everything's on point, everything is perfect. You can afford to do everything?
I can't afford to do everything, but like something that I can use as an example, I don't think one. But like when I was in college, I can't afford to skip a meeting. I can't afford to go get a checkup. So yeah, I can't afford to get a checkup. I can't afford to miss picking up my brother from school.
That's
like
good.
Stuff like that.
These are precious things for her. She's not in a position not to do them well.
Yes.
So I can't afford to ብላችሁ በጠቃሚ ቻላችሁ ማለት ነው.
Can't afford to have my future queen run off that lichen again.
እሺ አንደኛው አረፍተ ነገራችን ምንድነው? በዚህ መኪና መግዛት እችላለሁ በሉኝ አሁን.
I can afford to buy a car.
I can afford to buy a car ካላችሁ ትክክል ናችሁ. ሁለተኛው ከአምስት ዓመት በኋላ መኪና መግዛት እችላለሁ በሉኝ. One.
In the next 5 years, I'll be able to afford to buy a car.
Very good. In the next 5 years or after 5 years, I'll be able to afford to buy a house. Right?
A house. I thought it was
I said a house?
I thought you said
a car, a house. Okay.
Whichever.
Yeah, nice. እሺ ሌላ. Oh, this is also interesting. እሺ እናቴን no, you're married.
I'm married. Okay.
So
mother-in-law.
No, like you have your what? If you're married, the person that's with you.
You're my partner, my husband.
She said my partner. I actually have partner here. Partner. This could also confuse a lot of people. When you say partner, it's the person that works with you.
Yeah.
The person that's sitting with you in the class. Whoever is with you is a partner. But usually, partner ብቻውን ከመጣ it means the person you're married to. Okay? You have to discuss this with your partner. ከተባለ ከባለ ጋር ወይ ከሚስትሽ ጋር ማውራት አለብሽ ማለት ነው. ስራ አብረሽ የሚሰራ ሰው ከሆነ የሚባል business partner.
Business partner, yes.
Business partner, something partner like ከሆነ ትክክል ነው. ግን ብቻውን partner ማለት is your husband or your wife, your spouse.
You can also just be like in a relationship in general. Like my boyfriend, I can say he's my partner.
Yeah.
Yes. So anyone who's in a relationship with you can be a partner.
Exactly. እሺ አሁን እሺ እሱን ለማበሳጨት የምችልበት ሁኔታ አይደለም ወይ በይ.
I can't afford to annoy my partner.
Another word.
Frustrate my partner? Disappoint?
No.
መበሳጨት?
ማናደድ.
Oh, I can't afford to get my boyfriend mad.
Oh, that's also good.
Yes.
Okay, let me give you 3 words, then you choose. Anger, okay?
Okay.
Wait. Anger, upset. You got it, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I can't afford to
upset my partner.
Very good. No, you see, this is a sentence. Like, እዚህ ጋር ነው ግራ ነገባሽ እንግሊዘኛ. አሁን I'm angry መጠቀም እችላለሁ. I'm upset መጠቀም እችላለሁ. But you don't say don't angry me.
Yes, no.
Don't upset me. Perfect. Angry ከሆነ don't make me angry or don't get me angry.
Yes.
So, anywho, upset ነው ያለኝ እዚህ ጋር. Use this.
Upset.
I can't
afford to upset my partner.
መጨረሻ ላይ ጠይቃችኋለሁ እሺ. I can't afford to upset my partner መጠቀም ትችላላችሁ ማለት ነው. Okay, next word. Alone.
Okay.
ማለት ነው.
By yourself, ብቻችሁ?
ለብቻ እሺ. On my own.
ብቻዬን.
What's the difference?
Oh, that's a good question. So, can you use that in a sentence for me?
This is my best test. Every time I ask her a question, like, use it in a sentence. Sorry. Okay. But, okay, you can make up your own sentence if you want. No.
So, I am alone? Or...
I'm on my own.
I'm on my own.
What's the difference?
I'm on my own, I believe, is a choice. Right? Like, I choose ብቻዬን መሆን ፈልጋለሁ. I'm alone ማለት, like... No one wants to come with me. Like, they're leaving me alone. Am I right? I mean, I feel like I'm getting it.
You're okay. Usually, when you say alone,
yes,
it shows you solitude. Like, you're by yourself. There is nobody else. That's it. But usually, when you say I'm on your own, it's about not needing anybody to help you.
Like independent?
You don't need support. Independent, yeah.
Okay.
Don't you see that?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Don't worry about it. I don't need you. I can do this.
That's a choice.
Yeah, like when you say this, like, finish it for me, okay?
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. I don't need you, man. I can do this alone or I can do this on my own.
On my own.
I can do this on my own.
Yes.
It's like subtle difference.
Yes.
Unless you nuance.
Yeah, nuance.
This little difference in the sense. Like you don't get these kind of things in the dictionary or from books. So, on my own on her own ስትሉ ያለ ማንም ሰው ብቻዋን ምናምን ለመጠቀም ስትፈልጉ on my own ተቀማላችሁ ለብቻዬ በቃ without anybody else solitude like solitary ስትሉ ደግሞ ለብቻዬ ለማለት solo ስትሉ ምን ታላችሁ alone ተቀማላችሁ ማለት
yes
so I live
alone
usually because I live alone you can also say I live on my own by the way
yes you can
yeah መጠቀም ትችላላችሁ ሁለቱንም but ያለ ማንም ሰው ብቻዬን በቃ እንደምን ተወጣው ስትሉ on one's own ብትጠቀሙ አሪፍ ነው ማለት ነው okay
yes
እስኪ ይሄን ቤት በራሴ ሰራሁት በይ on ተጠቅመሽ ማለት
I built this house by myself or on my own
by myself ደግሞ መጣሽ ያ ደግሞ okay on my own I built it on my own
yes
okay
very proud.
nice oh okay your brother is he old yeah he can do a lot of things
by himself
or on him
ምንድነው
በራሱ
on
my own
on his own on his own this is why I told you I'm not gonna get that on his own so my brother can do it on his own
good nice my sister can do it
on her own
we can do it
on ourselves ምንድነው
on
without
come on
no.
on his own on her own
on our own
on our own
on our own
what
on our own
okay say it 5 times go
on our own on our own on our own on our own on our own
so በራሳችን ስትሉ እንደዚህ መጠቀም ትችላላችሁ ማለት ነው right
we're going to be on our own
you're leaving us here on our own
we seriously have to think about doing this on our own website
alone on our own similar but that's the subtle difference they have there እሺ መጀመሪያው አረፍተ ነገራችን ጋር ስንመጣ ለብቻዬ ነው የምኖረው በይ alone
I live by myself I live on my own
I live on my own ለብቻዬ
I live alone
okay I live alone that's what I'm going for
yes
I live alone I can do everything
alone or on my own
I can do everything on my own like በቃ ለበራሴ ነው
it's such a statement I love it
yeah nice እሺ now next word ምን አለ መሰለሽ already yeah
wow that's a very common phrase
already master already yeah what is it
like it's so በአማርኛ አላውቀውም
okay explain it to me in English
in English it's like already you're like you didn't expect it it happened spontaneous it came out of nowhere kind of thing you're like wow already you're finished with my car oh already you washed the dishes like it comes suddenly does that make sense no
that's good the difference this is why I need to teach you English all right okay yes. I'm sorry to put you on but
no,
you know what I do I just try to analyze the words so if you say something happened already it means it happened before the expected time so already always had to do with time only
okay
it's not about it being expected
yes.
You know? Like for example when are you getting married oh I'm already married
yes
before the expected time I didn't expect you to get married
yes.
but you are so I'm like oh you're already married like you know so if okay already የምትጠቀሙት አንድ ነገር ከሚጠበቀው ጊዜ ቀድሞ ሲመጣ ነው okay አሁን እኔ እሷን አላወኩኝም እና መቼ ነው የምታገቢው ስላት ማስበው ገና ወደፊት ታገባለች ብዬ ነው አይደለ so no I'm already married ካለችኝ
wow
before the expected time okay already okay can you give me 3 sentences
with already
yeah
oh when are you graduating I already graduated
yes ተመርቄያለሁ one okay go
oh when are you going to go buy groceries oh I already bought groceries
yes. Very good nice
oh did you finish washing my car yeah I already finished washing your car
very good so usually የሆነ ሰው ጥያቄ ሲጠይቀን I already did ብለን መጠቀም እንችላለን ማለት
yes
did you do something I already did
it yeah
nice እንደዚህ ቢሆንስ already ቢሆንስ
they're like shocked because I did it fast
yeah like
faster than expected
ከሚጠበቅበት ጊዜ በጣም ቀድሞ የተፈጠረ ነገር ነው ማለት so you served me lunch and you went back and said where's lunch I ate it
already
ካላቸው ማለት ፈልጉ in English already ነው like okay this is already right okay I got married okay
already
wait not yet I got married and then after 3 months you came to visit me
yes
and you're asking me where my wife is go ahead
oh where is your wife
oh we split up
already
in Jake
yes
how about you
how
already?
It's like a concern, like already?
Yeah, already.
Yeah.
Like, come on, already.
I already got that stuff.
A giant gorilla dog thing that ate one kid already.
Another one already? I didn't even get off.
I'm already overly caffeinated as it is. It's
Good. So already, እዚህ ጋር ማለት ነው. So you say already if you do it before the expected time, right?
Yes.
What if you haven't done it and you're just about to do it? You're very close.
Like I'm about to do it.
Did you clean the house?
Just I'll clean the house. Almost. Okay. Almost. Well, you know, okay, I will say this. What I have with English, with the problem with English is like I use a lot of the common phrases, but people know a different common phrase. But it's good to like review. You're like, wow, I do use that. Some people actually do use that.
Like, are you here?
Almost. Yeah.
You see?
Almost there. Yes.
Nice. What if you got there before I called you? Are you there?
Oh, I'm already there.
Already there.
I'm
See
already
the
there.
opposite, you know? Already there?
Yes.
There's a shadow. But when you're not there,
I'm almost there.
Almost there, right? Or you can say not yet.
Not yet, yes.
Very good. So almost. I'm almost this. It's almost that. Like ትንሽ ጊዜ ይፈጅበታል. It's already done. Like አልፏል በቃ ተፈጥሯል ማለት ነው። እና usually ግን የምትጠቀሙት not yet የሚለውን በalmost ፋንታ መጠቀም ትችላላችሁ። እስኪ ዝግጁ አይደለሁም በይ.
I'm not ready yet.
Very good. What's the difference between I'm not ready and I'm not ready yet?
I'm not ready yet. It's like I'm getting there. I'm almost close to finishing that task. And I'm not ready. It's like I haven't even started it. Like I'm thinking about starting it. Maybe I started it just a little bit, if that makes sense.
I'm not married and I'm not married yet.
I'm not married yet. Like I've already started the process of like looking for someone.
When you say yet?
Yet. Like how do you say like I've already accepted that I'm going to be married. But I'm not married. Like no thoughts of marriage.
Okay, I haven't bought a car yet and I didn't buy a car.
You're in the process of buying a car?
Very good. Or when you say yet,
yes.
It means you're going to do it for sure.
For sure, yes. You made up your decision, yes.
So yet ስትጠቀሙ መሆኑ አይቀርም የሚለው ነገር አለ ማለት ነው። I don't speak English. በቃ አልናገርም ነው በቃ. That's it.
Yes.
Do you speak English? No, I don't speak English yet. ከሆነ ወደፊት መናገሬ አይቀርም የሚለውን intonation ወይ connotation አለው ማለት ነው። Connotation ምን ማለት ነው? ቃና ወይ ለዛ ማለት ነው. You probably don't know that, but yeah. Yeah.
Didn't mean to. Are you guys open?
No, not yet.
Not yet. I have to finish the branding for the application first.
No, not yet.
So, እሺ እዚህ ጋር ቃላቶች ምን ይመስላሉ መሰለሽ? afford, alone, on one's own, already, not yet እና almost የሚሉት አረፍተ ነገሮች አሉ። ቀጥሎ ያሉትን እናያቸው። I'm going to ask you to say a sentence, okay? አድርጌዋለሁ ቀድሜ እስቲ ብለውት?
I've already done it.
Good. I've already done it or I already did it?
I already did it. You can use both.
You can use both.
You can use both.
Good. Yes. I've already done it. I already did it. መጠቀም ትችላላችሁ ማለት ነው. Especially in American English. Would you be able to tell me the difference?
Between?
I've done it and I did it?
Nope.
እሺ ችግር የለውም። እሺ በቃ ደርሻለሁ።
Like I'm almost there.
I'm almost there. Very good. እንዳትረሱ. Good. Good. አልጨረስኩኝም እስካሁን።
Like I'm not done yet.
I'm not done yet. ጨርሰናል አረፍተ ነገሮቻችንን. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sentences for you. አሁን እኔ ቀድሜ እጠይቃችኋለሁ። ከእሷ ቀድማችሁ መመለስ ይኖርባችኋል ማለት ነው። እሺ እንጀምር። ቤት መግዛት እችላለሁ አሁን። 1 2 3 4 5
I can afford to buy a house.
Very good. Nice. ሁለተኛው ከ5 ዓመት በኋላ ቤት መግዛት እችላለሁ። 1 2 3 4 5
After 5 years I can afford to buy a house.
I can afford to buy a house or I'll be able to afford
a house.
Yeah, I'll be able to
buy a house, yes.
Yeah. By the way, ይሄ ራሱ ምንም እኛ እናስተምራቸዋለን እንጂ so the difference sometimes they mix it up. So I'll be able to afford to buy a house after 5 years. ካላችሁ ትክክል ናችሁ. After 5 years can come first too. Third one. Good. ባሌን ወይ ሚስቴን ወይ ቦይፍሬንዴን ወይ ገርልፍሬንዴን ማበሳጨት የምችልበት ሁኔታ ውስጥ አይደለም ያለሁት። እሱ ማበሳጨት አልችልም። 1 2 3 4 5
I can't afford to upset my partner.
Very good. You actually remembered. Yes! I didn't think you would. Good. I can't afford to upset my partner. ካላችሁ ትክክል ናችሁ. Very good. Nice. ለብቻዬ ነው የምኖረው። በቃ ለብቻዬ ነው የምኖረው። ብቸኝነትን ብቻ ለማሳየት 1 2 3 4 5
I live alone.
I live alone. Bravo. ቀጥሎ ግን ሁሉ ነገር በራሴ መስራት እችላለሁ። 1 2 3 4 5
I can do everything on my own.
በለው ጎበዝ። ኦኬ ቀጥሎ ሁሉንም ነገር ቀድሜ አድርጌዋለሁ። 1 2 3 4 5
I've already done it.
Very good. Nice. ደርሻለሁ። በቃ ደርሻለሁ። 1 2 3 4 5
I'm almost there.
Very good. Nice. እስካሁን ድረስ አላገባውም። 1 2 3 4 5
I'm not married yet.
Very good. Nice. There you have it. ስንት እንደመለሳችሁ ኮሜንት ላይ ንገሩኝ። ይሄን አፕሮች ወዳችሁታል ወይ? አወዳችሁትም ወይ? እሱንም እናወራበት። See you next time. Take care of yourselves, guys.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.